Hi, welcome back. So we have already explored what is dependency injection and we were using XML configuration files for the same. So in the XML configuration files, we were defining all the bean IDs and the name of the bean classes, also whatever the constructor arguments or properties or whichever. So next we will be exploring how we can provide all these configurations using annotations. So our current topic is how we can provide bean related configurations to the Spring framework using annotations instead of XML configurations. See, if we explore these applications, I have two different classes. One is the name of the class is A and the name of other classes is employee. And my objective is to use this as the bean classes. So here I'm providing the required configurations. Earlier we used to specify the same details in the XML configuration. Now we are specifying in the configuration class. So the class which you are annotating, the class which has the details about the beans, creation of the beans, need to be annotated as @configuration. And for each of the bean, you need to provide a method which returns the instance of the bean. Okay. So here I need to manage two different beans. One is employee and the other is A. So I created two different methods which are returning the instances of that specific bean. And I need to annotate the methods as @bean. Fine. And the way you request the Spring framework to retrieve the beans remains the same. The only difference is earlier we used to use application context here, but now we'll be using annotation config application context, and we used to specify the XML configuration file name or path here, but now we need to specify the name of the configuration class. So what Spring Framework does is it goes and scans this complete class and tries to find which all beans are there. Okay, say for example you have some other class B here and you are not specifying @bean for the corresponding method, that is not identified by the Spring framework. Okay. So here I am requesting for the instance of employee.class. So the request goes to the Spring framework. So the Spring framework is giving us a bean instance, which we are further consuming in our application. So similarly, I am trying to get the bean instance for A.class and I'm utilizing it, and I'm requesting for bean class A, bean instance A one more time, and I'm getting the instance. The most confusion part here is who calls these methods? Are we calling anywhere from our application? The answer is no, we are not directly invoking. If you go and explore all this, we are not invoking these methods anywhere. So who is invoking or calling these methods? The Spring framework is invoking or calling. So whenever we are requesting for a bean instance like this, the Spring framework goes and checks if there is any method which is giving this bean instance, okay, and invokes the corresponding method to create and give us the bean instance. Now the question is why we are dependent on the Spring framework to create the instance of it and give to us rather than we directly create it. The answer is simple, which we already know. It's because of dependency injection. We do not want to directly dependent on these specific classes Rather, we want the Spring framework to create the instance and give to us. Okay. See here in this simple example, we have all the classes like the bean classes and the configuration class. Everything is actually the part of the same .java file. But in a real application, each one of them will be in a different .java file, and they may also be in a different packages. And it may happen that you do not have the source code of this class A and class employee, and it is provided by some third party to us, and we are just given the API reference of it. And we do not want our main application to have their tight dependency with the third party classes, which we are considering as class A and class employee in this example. Okay, right. And as we go further, we'll keep exploring the more benefits of dependency injection, like for example, like AOP and a lot of other examples which are lined up. So all these are the benefits of dependency injection. So I'm just trying to run this application